is your Monday moment. Glasses and all, still in our festive occasion, because wow, as leaders, we've been through the ringer. Today's Monday moment is focused on just me talking to you and leading yourself through the rest of this upcoming transitional process. How do you lead yourself through all of this? It's a reality that you've probably put on a brave face, kept up the sense of humor, on occasion really wanted to fuss at someone, and yet had to have a Zen moment, suck it in, and be calm, patient, reserved, diplomatic, and kind anyway. But that seething, boiling, confused, panicking leader underneath that surface could maybe use a little bit of a boost and maybe a dose of confidence. That is the purpose of today's Monday moment. How do you lead yourself through the reality of what we've been through and have yet to experience? There are 3 elements I would encourage you to practice on, and that if I were your coach, I'd give you for homework. The first of those items is to figure out what you don't want. Make a list of the don't wants. Now, this is pretty easy to do because it's comprised really of all the things that bug you, you hate, they're pet peeves, they drive you crazy, that you complain about, and that are minor annoyances or big, massive problems, things you don't want. You don't want to go broke. You don't want to stay in the same situation or same position. You don't want to have your kids yelling at you. You don't want to homeschool. You don't ever want to have to figure out the new math model ever again in the future. Whatever it is that is on your list of annoyances, make a list of all the things, and we'll call it what you don't want. Now, the second step of the don't want list is to write down what you want instead. And I'll tell you, this is an exercise I often provide to our executive coaching clients because it's very often that we'll give a lot of thought to the things that bug us, irk our nerves, tick us off, or make us angry because it's right here, top of mind in the conscious. What we very rarely will address is what do we want instead? And yeah, I get it, $1 million, a brand new spanking gorgeous car, a beautiful house, balloons, who knows, the range is wide. But I'm encouraging you today, right here, right now, to get started on the list of what you don't want, and then, one by one through that list, come up with what you want instead. Because until you have clarity around what you want, leading yourself to that end is difficult. Until you have clarity around what you want for your family, your relationship, your profession, your vocation, your career, your skills, your mindset, your mood, your physicality, your finances, your personal tangible wants, desires, dreams, or goals, or ambitions. It's difficult to point yourself, lead yourself rapidly in that direction. So the first step in leading yourself, whether you're in the midst of this transition, just starting a grand reopening, or getting a little bit bogged down, maybe even having a meltdown about all the change, the feeling of pressure, the unexpected new environment, start doing your homework. What is it you don't want? And then part 2 of that assignment, what do you want instead? The second way to most effectively lead yourself, whether the boat's sinking and you're rearranging the silverware, or things are just changing, is to give some consideration to giving yourself permission. What are you telling yourself? No, I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy for that right now. I don't have the motivation for that right now. It's not worth it right now. Dieting is a great example. Some people are on the bandwagon running 5 miles a day because they've got the time right now. Other people, no. I want a bag of Oreos or a bag of Doritos every day because I have no motivation to be running. I think I'm somewhere in between. Where are you? What is it that right now you're not giving yourself permission to do or to pursue or to dream about accomplishing? Give yourself permission to go after what this time period allows you to pursue. Also, give yourself permission to have days where you need a Zen moment and a little quiet time. Give yourself permission to not know all the answers. Give yourself permission to seek out help or ask for help when you might not otherwise. Give yourself permission to experience what right now any reasonable human being would call confusion. And maybe you see that clear path, but I know everyone doesn't. And I know many of our coaching clients are struggling in some areas, reeling in others, and absolutely propelling themselves into the land of success in even still others. Now's your time to focus on leading yourself through getting clarity around what you want, and secondly, giving yourself permission, in some cases perhaps, to pursue just that. The last thing I want you to consider doing, when it comes to leading yourself in the area of confidence and certainty and feeling good about your own direction, is maybe to take back some of that power. You may not be in total control. You may not have all the answers. You may not know when your organization or business is actually going to open its doors again to customers. You may not know where you're working. You may not know if your kids are graduating under some tent or where to pick up their cap and gown, or whether or not they're actually going to an educational institution in the fall because you're not sure if the buildings will be open. But take back some of your power and shift that mindset or that focus on what you do know. What do you know you can handle? What have you handled thus far? What do you know you can do, accomplish, overcome, and prepare for? Because what you do know is where the confidence resides. What you don't know is often our focus, though not always by choice. Take some of your power back by focusing on what you do know, what you can control, the answers to those questions you have, and you will see an increase in your ability to maintain what I would call the needed current level of energy. We've been through a lot. In fact, one could say we have been through the ringer. But we've done it together on a global scale. This hasn't just been your state or my state or our city. We'll get through all of it. And I think if you prepare yourself, we may even be better for it. I'm Monica Wofford, and that's your Monday Moment. Work on leading yourself this week. And hey, if you've received this because someone else said this might be helpful, go to mondaymoment.com and sign up to receive these weekly blog posts and audio podcasts, video podcasts as well, in your very own inbox. I look forward to seeing you soon. And remember, your leadership, either of you or of the team you have the privilege of leading, is still contagious.